Audio check. Test 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, what's going on here? You usually didn't go with live. Steal Steal your chair.
Oh, okay. Like permanently or just for the moment? Okay.
Commissioner Mitchell joining.
Hello, Commissioner Mitchell. We can't hear you from the hearing room. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It is 11 a.m. and Commissioner Mitchell, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you just fine.
All right, good morning. And we have Commissioners Kolkmeyer and Commissioner Coleman here in person. So all the commissioners are present. So we'll begin the agenda meeting for today, Wednesday, March 5th. I would ask those who are participating on the call to please mute your phone unless you need to speak. But before we get started with today's business, I would like to turn it over to Lloyd Wilson to introduce a new team member in Dana Cole.
Good morning, Commissioners. I am very proud to introduce to you Dana Cole. Dana joins us from the Office of Administration, where she was a purchasing supervisor, procurement supervisor, I think. She is here as a senior accountant, and she is going to replace Kim Sandbody, who, despite my hardest efforts to try to convince her otherwise, is going to retire at the end of this month. And so we strategically hired Dana to work alongside Kim through about a 6-week period, so she can learn those skills and help us out with our assessment and our accounting work. Dana lives in Holt Summit. She has an 18-year-old who's a senior in high school. She also has a 9-year-old. And so outside of work, that's what she does, is chases kids in sports and activities. So help me welcome Dana Cole.
Thank you. Welcome, Dana. Okay, today we do have 5 new orders and 1 other discussion item, but before we get to those, we do have minutes to approve from the February 27th, 2025 agenda. Commissioners, are there any changes or modifications to those minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving those minutes, please say aye. Aye. Those opposed? By a vote of 5-0, those minutes are approved. First, 4-0. 4-0. Change is hard. Okay. First tariff in order today is in file number EF-2025-0135 in the matter of the application of Union Electric DBA Ameren, Missouri for an order authorizing the issue and sale of additional long-term indebtedness. On January 10th, Ameren filed an application requesting authority to issue and sell up to $500 million in aggregate principal amount of additional long-term indebtedness. Ameren stated in its application the purpose of this issuance is to refinance short-term debt and fund capital expenditures. Staff made a filing recommending the commission approve the application subject to several conditions, including a condition that the commission reserves the right to consider rate-making treatment of the financing transaction and its impact on cost of capital in future rate cases. Staff stated that Ameren's plan to replace existing short-term debt with long-term debt is expected to be not detrimental to ratepayers. Staff also verified that Ameren's projected capital expenditure plan supports the need for additional long-term debt. Ameren filed a response and stated it does not object to staff's recommended conditions. Thus, the order before us approves Ameren's application for authority to issue and sell the new indebtedness, subject to the conditions recommended by staff. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 1. Commissioner Coleman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer,
I support the order.
Commissioner Mitchell.
I support the order.
Thank you. All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? By a vote of 4-0, that order is approved. Second tariff in order today is in file number GA-2025-0181 and the matter of the application of Spire, Missouri for a certificate of convenience and necessity to construct, install, own, operate, maintain, and otherwise control and manage a natural gas distribution system in Cedar County, Missouri as an expansion of its existing certificated area. On December 10th, Spire filed an application requesting permission and approval for a CCN to extend its existing certificated area to provide gas service in Cedar County. Spire also requested a waiver of the 60-day notice requirement. According to Spire's application, Spire was approached by a large customer requesting gas service for a new manufacturing facility. Extending service to this large customer also creates the potential for Spire to provide gas service to 6 additional residential customers who currently do not have gas service as an option. Staff made a filing recommending the commission approve Spire's request subject to a few recommended conditions. Staff stated it investigated Spire's request and finds that there is a need for the service. Spire is financially able to provide the service, it's feasible, and that ultimately the proposal is in the public interest. Spire made a filing stating it agrees with staff's recommendation and accepts staff's recommended conditions. Therefore, the order before us grants Spire's request for a CCN subject to staff's recommended conditions and waives the commission's 60-day notice requirement. With that, I recommend we approve the order version number 1. Commissioner Coleman,
I support the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer,
I support the order.
Commissioner Mitchell.
I support the order.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? By a vote of 4-0, that order is approved. The third tariff in order today is in file number GR-2025-0107. In the matter of Spire, Missouri, DBA Spire's request for authority to implement a general rate increase for natural gas service provided in the company's Missouri service areas. The order before us directs Spire, in the context of its rate case, to review its disconnections, reconnections, and customer notice policies. In this case, this Commission is simply wanting additional information. I recognize that disconnecting and reconnecting gas service presents health and safety issues, so I suspect Spire may have additional policies and procedures regarding service disconnections and reconnections and can bring those to the Commission's attention in this case, as we've received some inquiries in our call center. So with that, I recommend we approve the order version number 2. Commissioner Coleman.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I appreciate your comments regarding this because of the significant number of complaints that have been coming into our Consumer Services Department regarding disconnections at Spire and other concerns. So I'm looking forward to hearing from Spire as to them addressing these concerns. Thank you. I support the order.
Thank you, Commissioner Coleman. Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
I support the order.
Commissioner Mitchell.
I'm in support of the order.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? By a vote of 4-0, that order is approved. Fourth tariff and order today is in file number EC-2025-0136, Meadows versus Greenbelt Express LLC. On October 15th, Ms. Meadows filed a complaint with the commission against Greenbelt. Greenbelt filed a timely answer to the complaint and asserted that the complaint should be dismissed for failure to state a claim. Greenbelt argued that the complaint did not identify any law, rule, regulation, or commission order that Greenbelt violated. Greenbelt also asserted that the complaint was a collateral attack on a commission order. Staff made a filing and stated its investigation did not find that Greenbelt had violated any commission, rule, law, or tariff. Greenbelt then renewed its motion to dismiss that OPC responded to. OPC stated that it is in the public interest for the commission to hear a complaint when the complainant explains in practical terms the basis for the complaint. The commission then held a procedural conference to ask questions of the parties about Greenbelt's motion to dismiss. At that procedural conference, staff noted that while their report did not find that Greenbelt had committed any violations of the commission's report and order or any other statute or commission rule, it did believe that the complainant articulated a potential violation in alleging that Greenbelt has not followed 2 points of the commission's report and order. Thus, the order before us denies that motion to dismiss, Greenbelt's motion to dismiss, and orders the parties to file a proposed procedural schedule in this case. With that, I recommend we approve the order, version number 1. Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer.
I'm in support.
And Commissioner Mitchell.
I support the order.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? By a vote of 4-0, that order is approved. The fifth tariff in order today is in file number ER-2024-0261 and the matter of the request of Empire District Electric Company, DBA Liberty, for authority to file tariffs increasing rates for electric service provided to customers in its Missouri service area. This order follows case discussion we had last week. On February 26th, Liberty withdrew its prior tariff sheets and resubmitted tariff sheets. These tariff sheets have a proposed effective date of March 28th. As discussed last week, the commission intends to suspend these tariff sheets with additional time so that parties may have the appropriate time to review the case. The delay in the case totaled 89 days, so the order before us adds 89 days to the original suspension date and suspends these tariff sheets until January 2nd of 2026. The order also directs the parties to file an updated procedural schedule no later than March 26th. I think this does allow the case to move forward and ensures that parties will have enough time. With that, I recommend we approve the order, version number 2. Commissioner Coleman.
I support the order.
Commissioner Kolkmeyer. Commissioner Mitchell.
I support the order.
All those in favor of approving this order, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? By a vote of 4-0, that order is approved. That concludes the tariffs and new orders. So we're on to other discussion, and we do have a sunshine request for the release of information. So Judge Pridgeon, will you help walk us through this request?
Absolutely. Chair Hahn, Commissioners, good morning. I put this memo on to see how the commission would like to proceed on Peter Joris's sunshine request. He's requested about 5 years worth of incident reports from Evergy. And those incident reports are required to be filed by Chapter 3 of the Commission's rules. And they detail what happens if somebody has come into contact with an electrical line and been injured. According to the rule, these reports are confidential and to be treated as such under Chapter 386, 480. And that means that this information cannot be released unless the commission votes to do so. I contacted Roger Steiner, counsel from Evergy. He indicates that Evergy objects to the release of that information. And because of that, I would recommend the commission vote to not release the information. I believe that's all I have unless the commission has questions.
Does any commissioner have a question?
Their objection is primarily based on ongoing or potential litigation. Is that fair to say?
Yes, sir, I believe that's true. I mean, Mr. Steiner said that in-house counsel assists with these reports, and they're certainly assembled with the eye of looking towards possible litigation. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Additional questions? Great question. If we just don't release the information in response to Evergy, it's my understanding we actually don't have to take a vote. Is that correct?
That's correct. If there's no vote taken, then the records cannot be released. So it's up to you if you want to vote or if you just want to leave it.
I would entertain a motion to release the information. But I'm assuming that if there is no motion, then we would not release the information. Hearing no motion, the commission would take no action to release the information. Okay, last item on the agenda today is for scheduling. So today we will continue our evidentiary hearing in case WR-2024-0320 in the matter of Missouri American Water Company's request for authority to implement a general rate increase for water and sewer service in this room with Judge Sire. This rate case will continue through, I think Tuesday is on the procedural schedule. Wednesday, March 19th, we'll have agenda at 11 a.m. Wednesday, March 26th, we'll have agenda at 11 a.m. And then Monday, March 17th through Friday, March 28th, we have an evidentiary hearing scheduled in case ER-2024-0319 in the matter of Ameren Missouri's tariffs to adjust its revenues for electric service here in room 310 at 9 a.m. with Judge Clark. Commissioners, are there any changes or modifications to the schedule? Hearing none, any additional business coming before the commission this morning? Also hearing none. With that, we're adjourned, and it looks like we'll be back here at noon for the rate case. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Larry Palouse, come up here, please. And Diana Carter.